You must die before you can live. You ever heard that before? Or maybe you've heard, go get lost to be found. That's a similar one. So what does that actually mean? Well, when people say you must die before you can live, they're really saying that you need to kill the ego before you can really live. And what is the ego? When we talk about the ego, it's not necessarily just a narcissistic, arrogant person, somebody with a big inflated ego. When people talk about the ego, what they mean is your identity. Like, what do you attach to? What do you identify as or who? So, like, what is your role in life? Are you a parent? Are you a teacher? Are you a businessman or businesswoman? Attorney, a doctor, right? Those are your roles and identities, and a lot of times that's wrapped up within what they call the ego. But what happens if you can kill that off, right? So what happens if you strip away all those identities and all those roles that you play in the day-to-day? And you have to really think about that and do an exercise and think about, like, well, if I took away my job, and if I took away my material items, and I took away my kids, I took away my dogs, and you kind of really break it down to, like, well, who am I? Like, who am I really? And that's what, when people say you must die to live, because once you break all of that down and tear away all those identities and all those roles that you're so attached to, you come down to the true essence of who you are and the true divine spirit of who you are, your real authentic self, okay? And it's hard to get in touch with that. You really have to work at that. You have to think about that. But getting back in touch with that true authentic spirit that you are, and that divine spirit. And once you can get in touch with that, you really start to live again, and live in a different way, in an authentic way, in a true way, in a way with more purpose. And that's what they mean when they say you must die to live, or get lost to be found, because it's breaking out of all those day-to-day roles that we're all so attached to, and that we identify with. So we have to work on killing off that ego and getting in touch with our real self, and then ultimately maybe our real purpose. So something to think about. That's your soul snack of the day. Know that you are very loved and you're very blessed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.